Today from Logan, Utah, Mason Falslev and the Aggies charge into Mountain West play with 9 victories and only 1 defeat. But Kyle Jorgensen and the defending Mountain West champion Rams are in town looking for their 6th straight win. Colorado State, Utah State. It's coming up next on CBS Sports Network. Two high-powered offenses squaring off as we kick off Mountain West Conference play here on CBS Sports Network. It's the Utah State Aggies taking on the Colorado State Rams as we welcome you courtside. Hi, everybody. Alex Sabario alongside former UCLA guard Darren Callison. And, Darren, we're going to have a lot of offense, a lot of threes in this game. It should be fun.
Alex, when you look at these team stats for both teams, they mirror each other. They do the same three-point free throw percentage. They know how to cut to the basket. A lot of ball movement, a lot of body movement. I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup because it's going to be great play from both teams.
Well, let's start with the homestanding Utah State Aggies coming in at 9-1 on the season. MJ Collins, the Vanderbilt transfer, he's been tremendous. Had a 40-point game earlier this season.
Alex, if you're looking for a guard that can score at a high level, go to the MJ Collins school show because he's going to score at a high level. He's a straight bucket getter. And what I love about MJ Collins is he's doing it efficiently. 55% from 2, nearly 50% from 3. He's going to get it going too early on.
As for Colorado State, Josh Pasquarelli leads this tremendous three-point shooting team with what he's been able to do from the outside.
Right, this high-level offense that Colorado State got going on for themselves, he's going to be the beneficiary of it because he's going to play off the catch really well. He's going to ISO 3. He's going to play off the flare. If Utah State doesn't know where this kid is at in transition, it's going to be a long, long day for the Aggies.
The Rams have one of the best three-point shooting percentages in the country right now, and it's going to be a show from the outside if they're left open. The Colorado State Rams are the defending Mountain West Conference champion. Utah State looking to spoil the Rams' road opener. It's next on CBS Sports Network. Back at the D. Glen Smith Spectrum here in Logan, Utah, as we open up Mountain West Conference play with the Aggies and Colorado State as we look at the starting lineups here for both teams. Brandon Rechsteiner leading the offense for Colorado State. He's been great as well. On the other side, we talk about MJ Collins, but Mason Falslev has been tremendous for this Aggie squad. Colorado State being led by Ali Farokhmanesh. He's been an assistant at Colorado State the last several years, taking over the program after Nico Medved went on to Minnesota. On the other side, Jared Calhoun, now in his 2nd season as the head coach of the Utah State Aggies, had a great run as the head coach at Youngstown State, 35-9 so far into his 2nd season with the Aggies. The students are on break here at Utah State, but a lot of them showed up for this one. A sellout crowd expected for this Mountain West Conference opener. Tip is up in the air, it's out of play, and it's out of bounds, last touch by Utah State. So Colorado State will be on offense first. Alex Sabario, Darren Callison, our entire CBS crew, glad to have you with us for this matinee Mountain West affair. All right, Darren, what do you want to see out of the gate from both these teams?
Well, you got to be attention to detail defensively because both teams are going to do a great job of moving the ball, moving bodies, just to loosen up the defense, and they're going to take high-level, efficient shots. They're not going to take bad shots, as you see Rechsteiner take the tough 2 right there, but you got to be very alert on the defense end.
Utah State coming in at 9-1. They're perfect here at the Spectrum. Always have a tremendous home court advantage. This is Drake Allen. Oh, nice backdoor cut, and Zach Keller finishes the transfer from Utah with a nice bucket there. And Utah State with a little pressure in the backcourt.
Well, MJ Collins puts so much pressure offensively. They're worried about him. That's why he's able to get a cut to the basket for a nice little dish off. But their attention to detail, knowing what MJ Collins Jr. is at all times, is going to make it very hard for the Colorado State defense to focus on the other players as well to do both.
So with pressure here defensively, and this is what we wanted to see. Could Utah State create takeaways? They got one there, and finishing Mason Falslev after the turnover, and already creating that energy here at the Spectrum.
And you're going to see Utah State do a lot of different things defensively. You know, they may come up in a matchup zone. They're going to switch a lot of pick and rolls. They're going to do bare actions. Like, they're going to keep Colorado State off guard. And Colorado State's got to be prepared for the do offensively. Rex Steiner's not afraid to shoot the ball.
No, he's not.
He's coming out shooting.
Rex Steiner with a couple of misses. 0 for 3 from the field for Rex Steiner. He's normally shoots it at 44% from downtown. Again, Colorado State, one of the best, actually the best three-point shooting team in the country right now in terms of percentage. Aggies now on offense with a 4-0 lead here on Colorado State. Falslev, quick trigger from him, buries it.
That's what Falslev does, man. He knows how to shoot the basketball at a very high level, hometown favorite. But the thing about him is he plays at a patient pace. He's never seemed like he's sped up, and he gets every great look that's coming his way on every single possession.
Pasquarelli. Rams with a 9-2 record to start off their season. Missing short. There was Jorgensen. Colorado State now 0 for 4 from the field. Inside. Little hook shot in the lane. Comes up empty, does Zach Keller, and here come the Rams.
Yeah, and I like that shot. I like what MJ's doing. He knows that he's a target offensively. He has it going. So his ability to play make for his teammates is going to be very key.
It was kind of disruptive for Colorado State to get here to Logan. Had some trouble getting out of Denver on a commercial flight. Heavy winds kept them grounded for a bit. Finally got ears. They get a rejection out of play. And that gets them on their feet here at the Spectrum.
Great pursuit of the ball. Way to use his length to get a good block shot right here. Doesn't give up on the play. Multiple efforts is what you're going to see from Utah State at all times. You know, not just playing one defender, but rotating out for a second, third time to help their teammates out defensively.
Trying to get a pass inside, and this has been tremendous pursuit defensively. They've been very quick to the ball. As the pass to Jorgensen on the block, it's knocked out of bounds. Substitution here for Utah State. Carson Templin, the junior from Fairview, Texas, comes in. Rex Steiner will look to inbound. Great pressure. Pull up here from Pasquarelli. Comes up empty again. Colorado State still looking for their first bucket.
Yeah, Utah State's doing a great job of forcing Colorado State to take very tough twos, which is unlike them because Colorado State does a great job of creating great shots, but so far that's not the case.
Colorado State 54% from the field. They lead the conference in field goal percentage as Falslev buries another one from the outside. And it's already allowed in this building. A 10-0 lead here for the Aggies.
Just great offensive execution from Utah State. Whether it's coming off the pick and roll and seeing Falslev on the weak side to knock down that three. Very impressed by their start.
Knocked out of play.
Right here, just coming off the pick and roll, Templin just sees Falslev in the corner and just creates the easy shot for Falslev. For him, I mean, you think about where the game is at right now. It's about creating high-level, efficient threes and twos. And the only way you can do that is being patient on the offensive end and looking for your teammates for great shots.
Jorgensen pushed it in all the way inside the block. Came up empty on the lay-in. Some handles there from Falslev. Taking it to the bucket. 12-0 run for the Aggies to start things off, and they're going nuts. Back here in Utah, and a tough moment here for Colorado State as Kyle Jorgensen, the 6'9" sophomore from Minneapolis, the team's leader in score and blocks. Let's take a look at what happened. This was that play where he came inside to try for a layup attempt. And immediately went to the knee.
It's just a tough break. This is the type of atmosphere and games you want to play in, and just an unfortunate blow to Colorado State to deal with that injury.
So Colorado State will have to play the rest of this game without Jorgensen, but the hot start here for the Aggies has been tremendous to see.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of great ball movement, a lot of great cuts. I mean, they're active defensively. They're looking for one another. They're taking great shots, and the reason why they're up 12-0 right now, and they're making multiple efforts on the defensive end. Great start for the Utah State Aggies.
So with the timeout that Ali Farokhmanesh just took, what was the message?
Well, I think if you're Colorado State, you have to get a good shot. You can't take no more bad shots that they did the last 3-4 possessions. So it's important to quiet the crowd down and get an efficient shot right now.
Muniz having some trouble with it. Great defense there from Elijah Perryman. They lost it out of play. And another turnover for Colorado State. And it's going back to the Aggies. But nothing is going the Rams' way right now. 5 of 6 from the field for Utah State. Colorado State still without a bucket. Pass inside, head fake, blocked there. Nice play there from Kerry Booth, the Illinois transfer.
Yeah, and that was the right play. You know, Kerry Booth just uses his length, which he's been doing pretty much the whole season, does a great job of contesting the shot without fouling, which is a great defensive play by Kerry Booth.
$14:50 to go here, first half. Colorado State has just been stymied by this Utah State defense. Backdoor cut from Muniz. Nice spin move, left-hand finish. Oh, they didn't. That was pretty, and the Rams needed that. First field goal of the game after missing their first 7.
That was a great play by Muniz, just off the cut right here, but spin moves going to the left. Whew. Terrific play, and hopefully that can get Colorado State going and get them a little rejuvenated offensive flow as the game goes on.
Muniz, the transfer from Florida Gulf Coast. There's some really key transfers really on both of these teams. The transfer porters have been kind to both Utah State and Colorado State.
Well, Colorado State, that false left goes into the basket for
count the basket and the foul.
Falslev just stays on attack off the curl screen, but uses his body to create a better angle, finishes off the glass to try to get a 3-point play. Man, he's off to a great start.
Falslev perfect from the field. He's already got 12 points, 2 for 2 from downtown, 5 for 5. The finance major comes up empty on the free throw attempt, but an offensive rebound here for Utah State.
But Alex, just look at how Calhoun is, you know, using the offensive system right now where the ball's going from side to side. They're being patient. As you see, a nice little dump down by by Perryman, I'm sorry, to Gary Clark, but it's great offense is being played right now, and that's why they're up 16-2.
Right now, Utah State 7 of 9 from the field. Colorado State, again, now without Kyle Jorgensen, left the game clutching his knee after going inside for a layup attempt. And some contact there up top. Falslev will be called for the foul on Butler.
Perryman does a great job of just getting into the paint. Nice little right-handed pass to Gary Clark. I mean, can't say enough about the Aggies start. Their ability to get high-quality shots, whether it's inside the paint by Falslev. Right there was Gary Clark. 3-point shots by Falslev, and they're just off to a terrific start.
And another foul called against the Aggies. And we got a foul on M.J. Collins, his first. So Falslev, then Collins with personal fouls.
And the best part about this is Collins hasn't even got it going yet, right? And you're up 16-2. I mean, you got to be in great shape right now because it's only a matter of time that Collins gets it going.
Pasquarelli off the catch, and that's what he's done all season long. Doesn't matter if it's a catch-and-shoot situation. Doesn't matter if he's creating his own shot. He can hit from downtown.
Absolutely. You got to know where that kid's at all times. I mean, if you don't have a body on him, he's just going to knock the three right in front of your grill. And you got to be prepared where he's at every single possession when you're playing defense.
Pasquarelli leading the Mountain West in makes from three. Now it's Collins with the pull-up. And he's been just about as good as any player in the country.
Yeah, just the ability to shot fake twice, turn around to his right shoulder for a fade. And you don't see that too much from guards his size, but just a terrific shot by Collins Jr.
Kidulas trying to create his own shot inside. And he was kind of shoved to the ground on the offensive rebound attempt. But back it comes. Collins quickly pulls up, got it to go. Everything falling for the Aggies right now. 21-5 start.
But look where they're picking the ball up right now. They're forcing Colorado State to start their offense so far away from the baskets, which is making it hard for them to score. Got to give Aggies credit defensively in the effort that they're putting in right now.
Kidulas working inside on Templin. Misses again. Rams now 2 of 11. And we're going to whistle stepping on the sideline. And the Aggies turn it over.
Nice little outlet pass, but Collins Jr., this is what he does. It's no mistake that he had that 40-point game against Davidson. He knows how to score, and him pulling up for the three-point right there is what he does.
And now it looks like they're going to call things a little bit tighter as Rechsteiner draws a foul from Drake Allen. Utah State looking like a pretty good offense themselves. They're up 21-5 on the Rams. Well, let's take a look back. Last month, Utah State took the Charleston Classic by storm. The Aggies rolled past Tulane 96-75, followed that up with a 34-point victory over Davidson to win that great tournament. Now let's take a look at what Utah State has done so far this year. Again, 9-1, tied for one of the better starts in school history, but they've been playing well. It doesn't matter who the coach has been the last 6 years. They've been tournament bound just about every year. They're perfect here at the Spectrum. We talked about the Charleston Classic win, and again, they've been pretty good defensively, and they've shown that here this afternoon.
Yeah, and pretty good is an understatement, because if you watch the first 10 minutes of this game, defensively, they seem like they're everywhere. They're active, using their hands. They're doing a great job defensively, and they're causing havoc.
We just got word that Jorgensen is officially out for the rest of the game. He's on crutches and moving over to the Colorado State bench after coming back out of the tunnel with the athletic training staff. Again, a very tough loss early in this game for the Colorado State Rams.
Now watch the Aggies. They like to pre-switch a lot of their plays defensively, and now it looks like the zone, but it's really man principle concept. So no matter where Colorado State's on the floor, they're going to pre-switch and make sure there's a body right there. And as you can see, they create another turnover.
All right, so your leading scorer is now officially out here, Darren. What does that change the psyche of the team when someone that you rely on for offense is now out of the game, especially when he's a big man for you?
Yeah, you can't put too much pressure on yourself to get it done. You got to use it as a committee. Use your teammates to help you get downhill. Use your teammates to get you open, whether it's a back screen, a cut, but they got to play together. Right now, they've been taking tough shots, and that's why they're down 21-5.
Is it a good sign that he came back out to the bench here?
Yes, it's always a great sign. You know, you always want to be there for your teammates. You want to support your teammates as Collins Jr. gets another wide open three. I mean, this guy cannot miss. He is in such a great flow.
Maybe getting shots up quickly as well.
For sure. But anytime you can come out here to support your teammates while being hurt, it's such great signs and a great support system for Colorado State.
Utah State on another 8-0 run. They're 5 of the last 5. Colorado State hasn't scored in the last 2 minutes and change. Another drive. The physical play continues here as Jace Butler draws some contact. The Washington transfer, but it goes out of play.
Well, why is he shooting nearly 50% from the three? It's plays like that where they're doing a great job of freeing him open when a big man is sending him a screen for Collins Jr. to get to the corner for a nice open shot.
MJ Collins, just 7.5 points per game last year for Vanderbilt, comes over here to Utah State, and movement on the baseline here, and Brandon Recksteiner calling out some things to his teammates, very upset. He's checked out of the game here as JoJo McIver will come in, the freshman from Killeen, Texas.
And you mentioned a great point. Collins Jr. averaged 7 points last year to 20 points this year. You know, you don't make that jump if you don't have the confidence. And he talks about his confidence is because of his coach Calhoun did a great job of instilling that confidence, and there's a reason why he's playing at a high level.
Jared Calhoun was telling me in practice yesterday as Collins launches it again. That was a heat check, and he buried it. MJ Collins from downtown, and the Aggies are rolling here at home.
That kid just seems like anything he shoots is going in. Wow, this is an impressive start by Collins Jr.
He's perfect.
Foslev.
He's perfect from the field. 4 for 4. He's got 11 points. 3 for 3 from downtown as Booth creates a little bit of silence here in the spectrum as he hits from the outside. Gary Booth, the Illinois transfer, just 1.2 per game last year. He's 12.3 per game this year for Colorado State. Sometimes you just need the right fit and the right opportunity.
Absolutely, and that's the benefit of the transfer portal, right? You go to a situation that opens your game up a little bit more as Collins Jr. scoops in for another layup.
Might have got a little extra step there. Offensive rebound, and the tip is good. Adlon Elamine. And they love Elamine's potential here at Utah State.
Elamine's like his activity defensively, him being around the rim offensively, he's covering so much ground. His energy has become very, very contagious with his teammates.
Booth turns it over. His last one here.
This is activity. You cannot coach that. That is all effort, and effort is a skill. And Elamine is doing that exactly what he's supposed to do when he's helping the load for Foslev and Collins Jr., who got to going offensively. Crash the boards. 5
turnovers now for Colorado State, and Drake Allenberry's run from way outside. This is an onslaught by the Aggies. And a reach in here from Elamine.
Just a nice handoff action, but you can't go under Allen's screen, especially when he has it going too as well. But man, this team is rolling offensively. I don't think you could go any screen, whether it's pick and roll or handoffs. You got to go over the top with them because they got it going.
Muniz from the outside comes up empty. Offensive rebound, and we get a foul underneath. Free throws coming up here for Kidulis. And if there's anything that could get Colorado State back in this game, they're also a pretty good free throw shooting team. As Kidulis goes to the free throw line, he has a 91% free throw shooter from Lithuania. Tomorrow morning at 6:30 Eastern, don't miss the Serie A showdown as Cagliari hosts Pisa. It's the pinnacle of Italian soccer on CBS Sports Network, and stream every match live on Paramount+. Thanks for not acknowledging that announcer jink on a 91% free throw shooter. I'll go ahead and do it myself.
Well, one thing you do have to be mindful of is that even though Utah State is off to a great start, they have the ability to lose leads. So if Colorado State just sticks with it, they continue to find each other, make great shots, I think they can hang in there and they can make this game a little bit closer.
Have you noticed anything defensively that Colorado State could do to maybe slow this thing down a little bit? Because the efficiency right now for Utah State, 6 of 6 from downtown.
That's a great question. You know, whenever your opponent has it going, you have to be a little bit more physical. I don't see Colorado State being physical, whether it's off the pick and roll, the last possession, they go under the handoff. You got to be physical. Everybody has to be right there to touch, and you got to make it as difficult as possible in any offensive initiation that they do.
Jared Calhoun says that's one thing that we have the advantage of, is that we're a little bit more physical, a little bit more ready to play defensively. Colorado State has been mostly offenses here. Elamine loses everybody with the ball fakes, but misses the three. A rare miss for the Aggies here in this first half. Muniz working inside, bounces it down low. Good feed as he finds Cadulas.
There you go. That's what you want. You just want more of those plays. Being able to get into the paint, keep it simple, look for your teammates for a better shot.
Falslev finds some room off the screen. Misses that time. Coming the tip. They're really crashing the boards, Utah State. Putting it back up. Another effort from Elamine. Doesn't go, but free throws coming up for Utah State.
Man, his activity is through the roof. I can see why they're high on him. His ability to be around the rim. I mean, he has about 5 or 6 boards, and he's keeping plays alive. And can't say enough about his effort and energy that he's bringing to the table right now.
Utah State team pretty balanced from returners to the portal to the freshmen. Elamine, one of the freshmen that's getting some minutes, along with Elijah Perryman. Those two guys have got a lot of praise from Jared Calhoun at practice yesterday. So he makes them both here. We approach the 8-minute mark here in the first half. Carson Templin come back in here for the Aggies.
But look at the difference. Now you see Utah State picking up full, right? And you're seeing King do a great job of making it hard for them to initiate the offense. That's one way to be disruptive defensively.
They are getting after it. Another turnover for the Rams. It'll be Utah State ball when we return. It's been loud all afternoon here in Logan.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Capital One. What's in your wallet? And by AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
Well, last season, the Rams defeated Boise State to win the 2025 Mountain West Championship to punch their ticket to the NCAA tournament. But right now, it's been all MJ Collins and the Aggies here in this one this afternoon.
Alex, he's in such a great flow. Most of the shots you see is what we call heat check shots. As soon as he gets the ball, that ball's going up and it's going in. I mean, there's nothing he can't do wrong. And I'm sure his teammates is like, we got to feed this kid because this kid has it going and he is on fire.
Let MJ Collins eat indeed. Look at the efficiency on offense. 13 of 19 from the field. That's 68%. Meanwhile, Colorado State, who came in as the best shooting team in the conference and in the country, shooting 28.6%. And we're going to get an offensive foul called against Utah State. And I think they're going to call that a little tighter because some of these screens have been a little bit questionable by Utah State in the first half.
And that's fine. That shouldn't change your approach whether you play physical. You know, you want to still be able to play physical. Let the refs call what they need to call. But right now, they're doing a great job of causing havoc defensively, and they're looking great right now.
So Keller called for the foul. That's his first. Muniz with the step back. Misses off the heel. And the rebound grabbed by Colby King, the Butler transfer. 7:15 to go here first half. Utah State on a tremendous run to start this one. Kick out to the corner. Three-point attempt. And Templin, they're spreading it around from downtown.
It was a terrific find by Falslev to get inside the paint, draw the defenses that collapse to him, and create out for his teammates for Templin for an easy three in the corner.
Jojo McIver throws it up. He draws some contact, and he's going to the line.
This is why they're shooting 7 for 9 from the three. They're passing up good shots for great shots. Falslev gets into the paint. He kicks out to his teammate for a wide open shot. You can't coach that any better.
McIver, the freshman from Killeen, Texas, to the strike. Just a 58% free throw shooter.
And you think about it, Alex, you know, as the game goes on more and more, you're getting great looks. Everybody starts to feel a little bit more comfortable, especially shooting behind the three. And as you can see right now, this is why they're up 37-12. I mean, yes, they're doing it with their defensive end, but they're taking great shots on the offensive end, and they're making great reads on the offensive end. and they're finding each other. They're playing terrific basketball offensively. I'm very, very impressed with Utah State's offensive prowess right now.
A 37-13 advantage for Utah State. Dribble handoff to Falslev. Got off to the great start. He tries to finish there, comes up empty. And that tough shot, Muniz. He's not afraid to take it all the way to the rim. Can't get it to go. Perryman launches. That one a little too strong, and we're going to get a loose ball foul on Utah State. It's going to be against Falslev. And it looks like we're going to get the 1+1 here. Beg your pardon, the foul's going to be on Templin. That's his first foul. And that's going to send Kidulis to the free throw line. Augie Kidulis, the VMI transfer, also played at Indiana State in Lithuania. One of two at the line earlier.
Yeah, right now Colorado State's in the bonus, so getting to the line should be their best friend, and you want to continue to stay on the attack and get into the paint and try to slow this game down and see if you can cut this lead probably a little under 20.
Two of two at the line for Kidulis. It's going to be a chip away situation here for Colorado State. They know the offense to come back. They just need the stops. And we get another whistle on this end of the floor. Foul going to be on Colorado State. It's going to be on Brandon Rechsteiner. Rechsteiner, the Virginia Tech transfer. Averaging just under 12 a game. Perryman comes up empty on the first. He's just a 69% free throw shooter. Doesn't get there very often. That was just his 14th free throw attempt of the season. Another one of these Utah State freshmen that Coach Calhoun is high on. It's so quiet in here when the home team shoots a free throw. Goes 1 and 2 at the line as Drake Allen will check back in. Perryman will head back to the bench. And we get more defensive pressure in the backcourt here from Utah State.
Yeah, Colorado State, they got to handle this pressure. They got to be able to get up, get into their offense a lot quicker. Don't let this defense speed them up. And let's see if they can get a great shot.
Rechsteiner is yet to score. Took 3 quick shots early and then has not attempted one since. Here's Butler. Looking to go baseline. Moves back to the three-point line. Comes up empty. Was way off the mark that time. Lost it out of bounds. Kidulis was there. He got his hands on it, but it was last touched by him. And we'll go back to the Aggies.
But there's nowhere to drive if you're Colorado State. If you look at Utah State's defense, they have 2 and 3 guys at all times in the paint, getting ready for any drive coming their way. And they're helping each other. They seem like they're on a string defensively, and they look very, very, very good connected-wise defensively.
Colorado State just 2 of 8 shooting from downtown. They came in with the best three-point shooting percentage in Division I. But it's been Utah State that's looked that way so far in this one as they steal it away. Rams in transition. This is Muniz to Rechsteiner.
Look at the help. Look at the help by Utah State. They're being in the gaps defensively.
Pasquarelli, he misses.
Another great defensive possession right there.
Colorado State without a field goal in the last 3 minutes and 15 seconds. They're 0 for the last 4. But another turnover, another takeaway here from Colorado State. Out to Muniz. He launches from 3, misses off the heel. And Butler on the floor, going to have a tough time getting back on defense.
Good pass.
Clark with the finish.
That's a great pass. Way to be patient. Way to find big fella. Easy 2 for Gary Clark.
40-15. And another takeaway. This time, Utah State in transition. Score the basket and the foul. Colby King on the 2-on-1. gets it to go, and a free throw coming up here for Utah State.
Prime example of defense leads to offense. Falstaff with a nice little bounce pass to King with a left-handed finish. And right now their defense has been the culprit of why they're up 42-15.
It has been an awful start for the best offensive team in the Mountain West, 42-15, Aggies. Coming up on AT&T at the half, Adam Zucker, Clark Kellogg, and Wally Zerbiak will get you caught up on all of the college basketball action across the country. It's all coming up next on AT&T at the half. And Darren, it's time for you to dish on what's been going on in college basketball. Which team has been the pleasant surprise?
I think the team that's been the most pleasant surprise is Arizona. They're playing with a lot of good freshmen between Koa Pete and Barrett Burries. The team that's been the most disappointing has been Florida. They had a rocky start early on. I know they had some transfers coming in with Xavier Lee and Boogie Flans, but they haven't had the start that they want. And who I have as the best mid-major team is Gonzaga. They beat my Bruins the other day, and I wasn't too happy about that, but they are playing well. And Michigan is a team that I have winning it all. They're playing at a high level. It seems like they're clicking on all cylinders, and it seems like every team they're playing, they're beating them by 20 and 30 points. How do you do that, Alex?
They have been just tremendous all season long. And I think this is the time of year when you get to December, things start to come into focus a little bit. Everyone's played some tough opponents at this point. We get through all the MTEs, all those neutral site matchups, and then we get to the start of conference play where obviously every game matters for these squads. Colorado State, team that came in 9-2, so efficient on offense. You see what they did, leading the country in both regular field goal percentage and three-point field goal percentage. And we'll see what they're doing. 4 of 19, 2 of 9.
After reviewing the play at 4:49, we have a flagrant 1 foul, contact above the shoulders on 22 for Utah State. We will shoot shots. Utah State will shoot their free throws. Then we'll go to the other end. Colorado State will shoot, and they will shoot 2 and get the ball on the baseline.
So just to kind of break this down, we had an unobserved flagrant foul is going to be called against Carson Templin of Utah State. You'll see a look at it here. It'd be kind of an elbow to the face. So the first thing they were going to do is shoot the free throw on the N1 situation as we went to break. This is the flagrant. You see the elbow there caught him just under the chin. That's what they're calling a flagrant. So they've already shot Colby King's N1 free throw, which was a make. Now they'll come and shoot Butler's 2 free throws for the flagrant, and it will be Colorado State basketball at the end of these free throws.
And Templin's just trying to play hard the best way he can. You know, I would have to look back and see the play if it was intentional or not, but you know, he's been a crowd favorite because of his effort and the energy that he brings to the table. And sometimes, you know, it could be a little bit too much, and maybe sometimes it can help the team. But when he's playing at a high level with his defensive effort and his activity, it becomes contagious for his teammates.
Ali Faroukmanesh is going to have to figure out the right motivational words to get to the locker room here once this 4:20 comes off of the clock. It's Colorado State 0 for their last 5 from the field, 1 of their last 7. They don't have a field goal in the last 4 minutes and change. They came in as the best shooting team in the country in overall field goal percentage and from 3. Outside, Rex Steiner was lining up in the corner, but it was deflected out of play. Utah State was trying to argue that Colorado State threw it away, but no, it was a clear deflection.
Utah State's ability to switch every action that Colorado State's trying to go at them is making it hard for Colorado State to even get a good shot.
Rex Steiner will get it in. He'll line up for the 3, and we're going to whistle. They say no basket. Rex Steiner hits the 3, and they call an offensive foul on Joppa.
And I thought Allen was late getting under that screen, kind of got bailed out right there from the refs, as Rex Steiner finally had an open shot.
Finally saw one go in. 8 turnovers now for Colorado State here in this first half. I know we expect Utah State to play well in this one, but I don't expect it to be this strong an offensive performance against Colorado State. Allen working baseline, throwing it up with 1 on the shot clock. Can't get it to go.
That's great defensive possession by Colorado State. Let's see if they can get an easy one down here on offense end.
They need more of those. Rex Steiner, oh, what a dish from underneath, back out, up top for the three-point attempt from Pasquarelli, and he comes up empty. He's been rather quiet, just 1 of 3 from downtown. 1 of 5 for the game, just 3 points. And Utah State loses it out. And we'll go back to the Rams.
When you're playing against teams that love to switch, you know, it's very hard to move the ball from side to side. You got to put your head down and you got to get inside that paint and try to create offense that way rather than just going through your whole offensive set, because they're not getting a lot of looks because of the switching that Utah State is presenting.
Moniz with the ball fake and a drive. Back out Pasquarelli, corner 3, got it. Josh Pasquarelli hits. He's a 53% three-point shooter on the season coming in. He's 2 of 4 today from outside.
So if there's a bright spot for Colorado State, it's got to be Moniz. His ability to get into the paint and draw 2 to the basketball, as he did right there on the last possession to look for his teammates, has been a great thing to watch for Colorado State.
And again, if you just joined us, Kyle Jorgensen, the leading scorer for the Rams, is out. Left the game early with a knee injury. And we're going to drive here. And an offensive foul called against Utah State. Boos are loud here at the Spectrum. Take another look at it.
Yeah, he kind of pushed off with that left arm. That's a great call.
That's a push off.
But his look as if he didn't do nothing is puzzling.
As if you didn't have that head nod in your career.
All the time. I never thought I did anything wrong. You're right, Alex. You caught me.
There's not a basketball player alive that thinks he's ever committed a foul. We'll step aside in 30. 2:23 to go here, first half. You see the Logan High School band filling in the gaps of the pep band here at Utah State with the students on break. 43-20. They got to bring them back more often if the team's going to play like this.
This is what you call a break, and it's a sellout crowd. I mean, this is an unbelievable atmosphere being on a break. I mean, it's part of the reason why they're starting off onto a great start, because the energy in this building is so electrifying in this building.
You know, there's a question we all asked ourselves, would the energy that we're used to seeing in this building remain with the students out? And the question has been answered. Absolutely, it's been great. Butler hits from the outside. Jace Butler trying to put a little tourniquet on the bleeding here for Colorado State as they get it back to 20.
Yeah, they got some good looks the last 2 possessions. Now it's a 20-point game, and you know, you just hope to get the lead under 20 before the half.
Bounce pass down low. Approach 1.5 to go in the first half. Dribbling it off his foot there was King, and they'll call it for a kickball. 8-0 run now for the Rams.
This makes a nice, easy play to the weak side to corner 3. I mean, that was what you wanted Colorado State to do in the beginning of the game, and that's more their MO, is great ball movement and great passing ability to their teammates to get open shots.
Here's Allen on the drive. Nice take to the cup.
Yeah, Allen's been getting to the basket quite a bit, real easy, with no resistance. I think Colorado State got to do a much better job on Allen getting downhill.
Falslev called for the foul.
Just coming off the pick and roll, being patient, going to his right hand strong. Just no resistance, nobody at the paint. That's too easy if you're Colorado State.
Falslev's got 2. You have to think that Jared Calhoun will make a switch here. They've got Perryman at the table ready to come in. Also, Kidulis ready to come in for Colorado State. As Butler too strong on that one.
And the difference is when Colorado State drives, they're seeing 2 and 3 and 4 bodies in the paint that's prohibiting them to get an easy layup. That last possession by Allen, he's seen no one that's protecting the rim. So that has to change in the second half of Colorado State wants to have a chance to get back into the game.
Butler 1 of 2 at the line. It's a 21-point advantage here for Utah State. Tucker Anderson is checked in for the Aggies, setting the screen there. That's Perryman. Bounce pass on the backdoor cut, looking for the jam. And El Amin would have got this place rocking if he would have finished that one. Oh my goodness. Even in a miss, that has me going.
Woo. Nice cut by Perryman.
Look at this.
Pass and just, Oh, he is going to be a fun player to watch down the road.
Play with that type of confidence going into the rim like that. Scary Clark goes to the strike and misses on the 1+1. Out of bounds, last touch by Tucker Anderson, who will come back to the Rams with 50 and 5/10 seconds remaining in this first half.
And they're doing this without their top 2 scorers that's been having a great start in Fosleth and Collins Jr. So this is pretty good to sustain the lead the best way they can.
Pasquarelli inside. They left him alone and missed the bunny. Been that type of first half for this Colorado State offense. Five-second differential between the shot and the game clock. Perryman. Out to King, launches, misses short. We get a whistle right after it grazed the rim, and it's going to be a foul against Colorado State. It's going to be on Butler. That's his first foul. King will go to the line. Beg your pardon. Anderson will go to the line. And he misses on the front end of the 1+1. Ball's on the floor here with 4.5 seconds. They'll blow it dead for the jump ball, and it'll be Colorado State basketball here for the final shot.
See, they can get a good look even with under 5 seconds. Expect them to go length to length with their dribble.
Get it to McIver. They'll double team him here at half court. Just going to let it fly at the horn. Way too high off the glass. And that's going to do it. It's going to be that type of first half for Colorado State, a team that came in shooting 54% from the field and 45% from downtown. They shoot 26% in that first half and are down by 21 points to the Utah State Aggies. Coming up after the break, we got AT&T at the half coming up. Adam Zucker and the crew will be in our New York studios to break it down for us. Big lead for the Aggies here in this matinee on CBS Sports Network. Back in Logan, where the Utah State Aggies shot 61% from the field in that first half and lead Colorado State 45-24. Let's take a look at some of the first half highlights of this one. And Mason Fosleth with a great start to this one, made his first 3 shots.
Yeah, I really felt like, Alex, he set the tone for the Aggies this upcoming game. And he knew he was coming in this game with a vengeance. He was on the attack. He did a great job of getting to the paint and kicking out for others as well. And they can't say enough about Collins Jr. He can't miss. What can he not do? He can do it all. Right now, he's in the groove right now. Collins Jr. is playing at a phenomenal level right now, scoring the basketball at a high clip. I just think there's not a player that can stop him right now, and he has it going.
He's playing with so much confidence right now. He had that 40-point game earlier this season. Let's take a look at the first half stats brought to you by Capital One. You see the field goal percentage. We've been talking about that pretty much that entire first half. But yeah, the turnover is also an issue.
And you said it best, right? If Colorado State wants to get back into the game, they got to do a much better job in the turnover department. 8 turnovers against the Aggie State team. That's very good offensively. It's not a good recipe for disaster.
Yeah, we're able to tighten that up. Thing we do want to mention, first of all, under Jared Calhoun, 25-3 when they lead at halftime, 7-0 this season. Again, Utah State a perfect 4-0 this year at the Spectrum. They'll be on the break for a little bit, but it's been a while since they've been back in their home building. And here they are putting on a heck of a performance at the start of the holiday break. Colorado State, Utah State, second half in the Mountain West Conference opener for both these teams. Alex Obario, Darren Callison, our entire CBS crew, glad to have you aboard here as Rex Steiner has it here for Colorado State, getting things going to start this second half. All right, what do you expect to see from the Rams here in the early going?
I feel Colorado State has to play a better execution basketball, taking better shots, and taking care of the basketball. That last possession, that was a great defensive effort. Now they got to execute offensively and get a good look.
And Colorado State without Kyle Jorgensen, their leading scorer. Great pass into Rex Steiner. Good shot from about 12 feet away.
And right there, that's just great patience. Rex Steiner did a great job of cutting to the basket and getting a high percentage shot.
Brandon Rex Steiner with the Virginia Tech transfer, 7 points per game last year, averaging just under 12 a game as we get a shot from the outside. Oh, what a shot there from Drake Allen. He's playing with a lot of confidence as well for Utah State.
He is, and I thought that last offensive execution by Coach Calhoun was a great play call. Nice little stagger pick and roll to free up Collins, and then Collins was the one that was making the play for Allen. I mean, they're just playing great basketball execution-wise.
That was Allen's second made three. He's got 8 points for Utah State. Muniz, double team, trying to get rid of it. Knocked out of his hands, out of play. Last touch, Utah State. They'll go back to the Rams.
Right, come off the pick and roll. Collins doesn't have the shot, kicks it to Allen. Simple basketball.
Rex Steiner will do the inbounding here for the Rams. Pasquarelli will get open. And he'll launch from three and just graze the rim. Trying to save it down there was Muniz, but it's out of play. Fans giving him credit for the air ball, though. Double team in the backcourt, looking for the turnover. Just a bit late was Booth. But you can see a little extra pressure from Colorado State in the backcourt.
Well, this is a nice press break, but they didn't force the issue. They ran the offense. Now Collins coming off the screen. I mean, just a well offensive group that's playing really high level right now, not forcing an issue.
Collins with an off-balance shot. Aggies will have it after that one goes out of play.
Yeah, sometimes when you break a press, you know, you kind of get sped up a little bit where you're taking the next best shot. But, you know, right there in that last possession, they just pulled it back out. They ran their offense. They got it to the second side, and they was able to get a good look. Just unfortunately didn't convert with Collins Jr. in the paint.
Now we've got a conversation going on here. Muniz, we got a timeout here.
We're going to review the last play for a timing error.
So there's going to be a review for a timing error, according to our official. Officiating crews Tim Comer, Brian McNutt, and Alex Landis. And we've got an official review here, so they'll go to the table, take a look. And again, we mentioned this earlier, Kyle Jorgensen leaving the game, back onto the court, going to the bench on crutches. And checking the shot clock here, I believe, or perhaps for but they don't pull any punches here at Utah State. Got a conversation that continues at the table. Official announced that they're checking to see if there was a timing error. They initially had put 30 seconds on the shot clock and then put the 20 back. I believe they're trying to review as if a second should have come off.
After reviewing the play, the shot did not hit the rim. Shot clock will be set to 3 seconds.
So they double checked to make sure the shot hit the rim. It did not. And so they'll put 3 seconds on the shot clock here, Darren.
Now this is key. You got to know where Collins Jr. is at all time, even Foslev. See what play they drop.
Falslev tripped up on the plays. He takes it in. Boy, with just 3 seconds on the shot clock, you would think that's the one thing you didn't want is to foul him in the first second.
Yeah, and that's upsetting if you're a coach, right? You know, you did what you had to do. The shot clock's down, and the last thing you want to do is foul to reset the shot clock.
Gets it to 20 off the inbounds, and Falslev scores right away. He's got 14. And the lead up to 24. Kick out. Booth with time. Misses short. Gets his own rebound. Drives it in. Takes it to the hole and jams it home.
Yeah, it's a nice recovery play after he kind of hesitated on that three-point shot, but was able to gather himself and get a nice little dunk in the paint.
He made that look easy. I'm trying to figure out why Booth isn't trying to be more aggressive getting to the rim. You get a shot from downtown. Boy, they are relentless, are the Aggies. It's Drake Allen from downtown. He is perfect from the outside. Utah State is 9 of 13 from downtown today. Rex Steiner misses, and we get a foul called against Utah State.
And you said it best. I think Kerry Booth can do this a little bit more, right? You know, he can kind of use his athleticism to get into the paint and cause havoc a little bit. But again, you can't go on the screen against Allen. He has it going. You have to go over the screen. Any pick and roll, any handoff that Allen is in, you have to go over the screen because he has this jump shot going and he's on fire right now. You got to cool him off by going over the screen.
Another takeaway for Colorado State. Muniz in transition. Up in the air, was looking for Booth, and Booth wasn't there. Threw it to Ali Faroukmanesh. Colorado State head coach. That would have worked about 20 years ago.
Sure, let's see if they can get a better elbow entry pass by Allen this time.
And a shot taken by Collins draws the foul. And Collins tapped on his elbow immediately. Said, yeah, they got me.
And if you're Pastor Riley, you did what you had to do, right? You trailed him off the screen. You try to give a good contest. You know, it's probably not the best to foul in those situations. You just got to give a good contest without fouling. But I understand Collins has it going. You just want to be as aggressive as possible defensively. Just didn't work out in his favor.
MJ Collins with 11 points in this game. He'll shoot 3 free throws here. He had a 40-point game in their win over Davidson. The first 40-point Aggie game since 2007. That earned him Oscar Robertson National Player of the Week honors. So you can see Collins making headlines throughout the country this season.
Yeah, he's making it look easy too, Alex. It doesn't seem like he's out there working too hard. You know, that could be the benefit of playing in this style of play, in this system for him, but it just seems like he's getting whatever shot he wants on the court every possession.
And head coach Jared Calhoun said at practice yesterday, you know, sometimes a player and a coach needs to be the right fit. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad coaching situation or the coach is bad or a player is necessarily bad. Sometimes you just need the right combination, and that's what he likened with MJ Collins and the confidence he's playing with. And he says, he makes me a better coach, and you know, I feel like I make him a better player.
Right, you don't go from 7 points last year to 20 points this year by any means mistake about it, but you know, you look at Collins Jr. and his relationship with his coach, that has a lot to do with his confidence. I mean, Calhoun is meeting with Collins Jr. every week as Munoz makes a nice little bucket going to his right, but when your coach is setting up player meetings with you and having one-on-one meetings with you every week, that's going to do a lot for your confidence, and that's why Collins Jr. is having a great start.
Muniz drawing the contact there from Gary Clark. That's his first foul. But that sends Muniz to the free throw line. The student section's got all kinds of signs out there. Finishes the and one. 55-31 our score with 16:15 to play in regulation.
I'm really impressed with Allen's ability to handle the pressure, whether they're full court trapping, full court defense. He just seems like he's real poised out there, and he's initiating the offense really well.
Heat check from Allen. Misses that time. Ball bounces around. Good save by Collins. Pass it inside. Clark gets it. No. But a foul is called. And free throws coming up when we return. But Utah State continues to pour it on. They lead it over the Rams, 55-31. CBS Sports Network's coverage of college hoops continues tomorrow at noon Eastern with a women's doubleheaders. Davidson goes head-to-head with NC State, followed by the second-ranked Texas Longhorns, taking on the South Dakota State Jackrabbits. That's at 2 right here on CBS Sports Network. Take a look at Madison Booker, the SEC preseason player of the year. What a kind of a year she's having for Texas. And she'll be in action with the rest of the Texas Longhorns against South Dakota State tomorrow here on CBS Sports Network. So those guys in the crowd with those candy cane blazers, they told us we could not wear those, so we gave them to those guys in the crowd.
That's probably a better idea, Alex.
Yeah. Scott Brandywine said, no, guys, I know you guys are in the holiday spirit, but it's got to be the CBS Blazers. And they light up and everything. And Scott, they were expensive. Phenomenal producer, Scott Brandywine. As we get a miss, Carson Templin, another offensive rebound. Putback is good. Gary Clark. Boy, it just seems like every single 4-minute stretch, there's a new player to talk about for Utah State playing well.
Well, they're just playing harder than him, right? I mean, if you're Colorado State, you're down 57-31. There's no reason why you're getting out-hustled on the offensive glass right there and not working. You should be the one that's be playing physical, aggressive, and putting in the effort.
Allen with a bit of a dive here. Let's take a look at the offensive rebound.
Yeah, just around the basket activity has been great, high level. I mean, he's 6'8", right? And I mean, he's not the biggest player on his team playing that position at the center of the spot, but his effort what makes him big.
Bounce pass into Muniz, drawing some contact, kind of an off-balance shot, but what a play by him going to the other side of the basket, getting his own rebound while in the air. Like he's playing a game of knockout. Still a long uphill battle here for Colorado State. Oh, what a play! Carson Templin coming out of nowhere with the flush. Muniz down low, and Kidulis with the finish. 14:37 to play. And Colorado State has been looking up at the Aggies basically since the first 6-minute stretch. They could not buy a bucket in that early part of the first half. Take another look at that slam.
Yeah, it's just a nice drive by King going to the paint and kicking out for Templin for the nice dunk. I mean, that's the patience you want your guards to play with. Not getting sped up, have their head up, and being able to make the simple play is why they had a high percentage shot with the dunk by Templin.
Both teams with 9 turnovers. Colorado State again, has just really struggled offensively for a team that came in with the best field goal percentage in the country. And I don't know if we talked enough about Kyle Jorgensen being out early. Went for a layup attempt and then kind of saw his knee buckle underneath him. He's been on the bench ever since. Here's Collins inside, working. Strong move, strong finish. And Utah State continues this onslaught.
It's too easy for him, Alex. I mean, he's getting whatever he wants on the floor. I mean, and then now you get a good steal by Perryman.
To the rim!
They are active right now.
Perryman with the stare down into the crowd.
Oh, he's feeling it right now.
Boy, that energy in the building just picked up, and Perryman looking for another steal. Getting on the floor for that one. And he's going to get called for the foul for undercutting Colorado State player, and they're going to huddle up just to try to calm themselves down. Boy, Perryman got them on their feet in a hurry.
Great defensive effort. Picks his pocket, goes down the other lane, flushes it like my man Alex does at the pickup park near his crib, stares at, I don't know who he's staring at, but he got him going. Nice little dunk and finish. I mean, I love the energy and effort that these young players are playing with. That's how him and Elliman. I mean, their activity has been great all game long.
That's how I dunk on all the 7 and 8-year-olds at the Mission Boys and Girls Club down in the valley on those 8-foot rims. Butler inside, misses. Perryman with the outlet to Falslev, and he'll retreat.
Now they just set up and run the offense, right? They didn't force the issue. They're going up and they're continuously running their offense and getting great shots.
You know, Perryman dunked that ball like he's got 30 in the game, and that was his first field goal of the debate. He's playing with all kinds of confidence right now. Here's Elamine, the other freshman that's making noise for his Utah State team. He's got some confidence. He had a big dunk earlier. Elamine's got 6. It's a 6-0 run now for Utah State. And they are up 30 on the Rams. Pasquarelli misses. You know, as we get Butler with the ball here, I'm going to make a point, but as Colorado State trying to make something happen on offense, Abe been lethargic. Oh, what a takeaway there as McIver just took it away. I didn't feel like there was a foul, but I think he was called for one. We'll break it down and we'll step aside here with this 30-point lead by Utah State.
I mean, just Turkish, one-leggish, doesn't matter. Element with a nice little 2. 65-35, Utah State.
A 30-point advantage for Utah State, putting on a strong offensive and defensive performance against the Rams of Colorado State. As we look at the numbers here, what Utah State's been doing within the Mountain West in terms of their defense. You see what they've done in steals, opponents' points per game, fast break points, etc. They've just been great as far as dominating this Mountain West so far on defense, and it's showed in this first conference game for them.
And Alex, Colorado State, it's a great offensive team, right? So to hold them down from 54% is what they normally shoot to 31 today is pretty impressive, but you got to give Calhoun credit. He's doing a little bit of different things every possession, whether he's trapping, full court pressing, switching defense, switching pick and rolls. He's throwing a lot of different things at Colorado State, and it's causing Colorado State to get knocked off their game offensively a little bit.
Well, the point I wanted to make here is we get Perryman taking it inside. Colorado State had a lot of trouble getting here. They didn't get on the floor for their practice session until after 8 o'clock. And then you got a matinee game. You're kind of waiting around in the airport for a while, waiting for your plane to board and take off. I'm not making excuses for Colorado State. I'm just saying there was a lot of disruption even getting here. And there was even some concern whether they'd have to get on a bus to get here because flights weren't taken off in Denver. But they did hit the floor for practice. They did hit the floor here in this gym. So they did shoot on these rims. They just didn't get to do it on the schedule that they had planned. Here's Muniz. Now Butler. Pasquarelli. Good swing around here from Colorado State. Out to Rechsteiner. He launches the 3. He got it to go. Brandon Rechsteiner from downtown.
Great patience, great movement by Rechsteiner to move away from the basketball to find himself for a better look that he hasn't been having all game long.
Rechsteiner, the Virginia transfer. Also the son. If you notice that name Rechsteiner, take the Rech off, and Steiner is the son of the legendary WWE, WCW wrestler Scott Steiner. As we get Zach Keller.
It's a great find by Perryman. He doesn't play like a freshman, does he?
No, he doesn't at all. And we get a whistle. So we were at the Walmart over here in Logan, Utah. What did we find while going down the action figure aisle? Because of course, we found Brandon's dad.
Wow.
So he actually came over to the table and said, "Hey man, that's my dad." I said, maybe you should sign this and show it to your dad. It's like, hey, I just signed your action figure, Pops.
That is great. Why did you get me one, Alex?
Well, you take that one. I've got that one at home already. That one's
out.
already in my display, man. Come on.
I could definitely use one of them.
And we're going to foul here. Drake Allen. Take a look. Big Papa Pump. He's your hookup. Holler if you hear me. We talked to him. He actually came over to the table. We chatted for a bit. Told him about my cup of coffee in WWE, not in the ring, but with a microphone in the ring. And he said, I want to play professionally basketball, but me and my brother, we've talked about going to WWE once this thing is all over with our athletic careers, and maybe being a tag team and reinvent the old Steiner brothers. But right now, he's got to get his team back in this one, trailing 69-38. You see Brandon Rex Steiner, what he's been done. Again, the son of former professional wrestler Scott Steiner. What he's done this year. Third in the Mountain West in three-point field goals per game. And you saw him get one just a bit earlier, but he's had a lot of trouble getting going in this one. He took 3 quick shots early. What a rejection there by Falslev. And Rex Steiner coming back, trying to make a play defensively.
If I had to pick a player of the game right now, I know it's a little bit early, but you got to give it to Falslev. I mean, his activity offensively and defensively has really set the tone for the Aggies throughout this whole game. I mean, that last possession, I'm impressed with just his poise and patience. He's not forcing the issue at all. He's getting great looks on the offensive end, and he's doing a great job of playmaking for his teammates as well.
Falslev to the free throw line. 17 in this game already. Make it 18. And Utah State with a 71-38 onslaught of the Rams. Rex Steiner. Pulls up, ball away, comes up empty. Ball out of play. That looks like last touch Utah State. And will stay with Colorado State. Falslev getting a nice ovation as he heads to the bench for a breather with 9:05 to go. Into Muniz. Butler, and then Elamine will get called for the foul.
Yeah, that's the right idea. I mean, if you're Butler, they're switching on pretty much all the action. So you got to take that basketball. You got to get downhill to create something. Otherwise, you're going to be stagnant. You're not going to get the best shot on the offense end.
Rex Steiner inside. Muniz, nice head fake, drives, kick out, back to Rex Steiner for 3. This is short. Tip in, got it to go. Nice play there from Jace Butler coming out of nowhere for the tip. To the corner, Collins left wide open and misses. Down low, Elamine with the offensive rebound. Aboard of the bucket for Elamine.
Had a terrific game.
Foul on Keller.
I mean, we all know Collins doesn't really miss much, but Elamine is doing a great job of crashing the glass on the opposite end and keeping plays alive. He's done that a few times throughout the game.
You know, you made a statement earlier, and I don't know if we put enough emphasis on it, that they're just playing harder than Colorado State. Not that Colorado State isn't playing hard, but there's just another level Utah State is playing with right now.
And it was from the start all the way up until, you know, the 8-minute mark in the second half. I mean, they set the tone physically, defensively, getting up into the body, multiple efforts defensively. I mean, that stuff becomes contagious, and then you get the crowd involved, and then your teammates is involved. I mean, you can't say enough about their effort all game long.
You know, talking to Coach Calhoun, he said, we got to force them to take bad shots, or at least not great shots. Try to get it down to Clark, and I thought they were able to do that as Elamine launches from 3. Tough shot for him. Ball is loose on the floor, take it away. So Utah State just kind of manhandled the ball away from Colorado State there.
And it seems like they're getting all the 50-50 balls right now.
On the take inside, we get a block, but also some contact and a foul. Free throws coming up here for the Aggies when we return. A dominating performance by Utah State as they lead at 73 over 40 over Colorado State. Let's go around the Mountain West. 6 teams going into conference play with 8 or more wins. Utah State, of course, leading the way with a 9-1 record. Of course, Mountain West Conference champion from last year was Colorado State, but a rough start to their conference schedule. They're down by 33 in this one. Grand Canyon making their debut. That's coming up next. As they take on Wyoming. And red hot New Mexico. 6-game win streak as they host San Jose State tonight at the Pit in Albuquerque.
Yes, Mountain West gets a lot of flack as of late, you know, because they didn't think they played against a lot of competition. I'm talking about Utah State, Colorado State, even San Diego State. I mean, San Diego State had a chance to play against Michigan and some top-tier teams, but this conference is going to have, at least in my opinion, at least 4 to 5 teams in the March Madness when it's all said and done. I mean, the previous year, it was a record of 6 teams, and that's a lot, right? I mean, so this conference is a very fun conference to watch. I think they're going to be it's going to be coming down to the wire between a lot of teams as it did last year as Gary Clark gets the slam, but there's about 4 or 5 teams, Alex, I'm telling you right now, that will make the March Madness tournament this year.
2 of them could be the ones we're looking in front right here. This is not the Colorado State performance you're going to see the rest of the way.
No, it's not.
Rex Steiner launches for 3, misses short. And Colby King will bring it back for the Aggies. A 36-point advantage for Utah State. Sellout crowd on hand here at the Spectrum. We got a block down low by Muniz. Good recovery there from Clark to Collins. Launches the 3. That's short. Slater took off with it like he had it already. And Colby King was right there, said, I don't think so. A 7-0 run here for Utah State. Rex Steiner launches for 3, and he quiets the crowd briefly. And Colorado State timeout with 6:16 to go. 78-40 our score. Utah State.
There's only one king on the court. That's Mr. King with the jam.
Italy's finest battle it out in the EA Sports FC Super Cup final. Don't miss Napoli going head-to-head with Bologna for this year's title. That's coming up Monday at 2 Eastern on CBS Sports Network and streaming live on Paramount Plus. And the defense of Utah State came to play against the Rams.
Yes, you're absolutely right. There's a reason why they're top 6 in steals and top 15 in forced turnovers. Right now they have 19 points off forced turnovers because their activity, their effort, and their energy has been amazing all game long, and it's making it very easy for Coach Calhoun to score, whether it's in transition, whether it's in the break, but they're getting a lot of great shots, and it starts because of their defense of effort that they've been having.
Aggies looking to move to 10-1 in the season. Shot from three, rattles home from Templin. For Colorado State, their 11 turnovers are the most they've had in a game this season. And that's really kind of where this all started in this game, is just not taking care of the basketball. They fell behind and just haven't been able to chip away. It didn't take long for it to get into double figures of a deficit. And just kind of never look back.
Well, they're up 81-43, and they're playing defense like they're down.
Right.
40 points.
The lack of let-up has really been important. The fact that Utah State has kind of shown their depth a little bit, the fact that they're comfortable playing Elamine and Perryman in key minutes. Allen, kick out to King, and he gets fouled, and he's got 3 free throws coming up. Let's take a look at the preseason poll in the Mountain West. San Diego State picked to finish first. Colorado State tied for 7th with Nevada. Utah State expected to be right there in the mix. And kind of the wild card in that was Grand Canyon coming into the league for the first time. Grand Canyon's had so much success in really all the conferences they've been in over the last 4 or 5 years.
And I think they're going to do well in this conference. Yeah, I think they're going to have an amazing season.
Got all the pieces.
Right, but, you know, this conference is pretty tough. You know, last year I mentioned there's about 4 or 5 teams that had a chance to be #1 in the conference, or, you know, win the conference as a whole. But, you know, this is going to be a dogfight from here on out throughout the conference.
Utah State outscoring Colorado State 38-19 here in the second half. Make it 39-19.
And Collins Jr. is one of their best players who's had a phenomenal game as well. He's picking up full court. I mean, that's what you want to see from your best players. I mean, if he's doing it, then everybody else has to follow suit. As they get another turnover.
And in transition to Elamine, to the rim for the slam. Elamine with a huge smile on his face, but what a great pass in transition to feed him for the flush. My goodness. Booth inside. Can't finish.
Nice outlet find by Perryman right here on the break to find Elamine right here for the nice little dunk.
The freshman connection.
They had their imprint on the game too. They played phenomenal today. And I thought their activity defensively, I mean, Perryman, can't say enough about him and his ability to create havoc and get steals. And Elamine just a force on the boards offensively and defensively too.
Booth finishes there. 4:42 to play in this one.
And this is great experience for a freshman to get these type of minutes, you know, down the stretch. You know, you want to get your feet wet as much as possible throughout conference play. It's going to pay a very good dividends down the road.
Perryman misses. And he'll go to the stripe here with 4:17 to go.
You think about where the landscape is going with college basketball. A lot of upperclassmen are getting the first nod, and they're the ones that's playing a lot more. And the incoming freshmen that are coming from high school, they're not necessarily playing, but you know, if you can find freshmen to have an impact and to get the experience, I mean, man, that's going to say a lot about your program and the next year moving forward.
I think the thing I'm very fascinated about is how every program, depending on what level you are, whether you're a Power 4 program, whether you're in the mid-major mix or the low-major mix, the philosophies are all different on how to approach the portal, how to approach recruiting high schoolers, and how to build your roster. As Pasquarelli launches from 3. Ball batted around. Pasquarelli able to come up with it. Rex-Steiner. He'll pull up from the right side. That's a beautiful shot from Brandon Rex-Steiner. He's been waiting to kind of get hot. In transition again, Elamine just takes off and goes. So Rex Steiner hits a big shot, and then Utah State throws the home run ball. Under 3.5 to go. We got a whistle. And we'll take our final break. 89-48 our score. Utah State has kept the pressure throughout. And the dunks keep falling. Are you entertained? You should be. Aggies up big. Back in Logan, where the Aggies continue to put a lump of coal in the Colorado State Rams' stocking.
Well, the reason why they're getting great looks, their 19 assists plays a big part into why they're shooting a high percentage shot from the field goal line behind the three. But I just felt like Colorado State, they didn't impose their defensive physicality on Utah State, which made it a lot easier to get into their actions. I mean, a couple times Allen had a great look when they went under the screen, a few times actually, but you can't say enough about the 19 assists as a team. That's a very great number to have coming into this game.
Look at the points in the paint as well, 44-16. The difference there, and the rebound as well. Booth at the free throw line, and again, they're getting strong efforts from everybody. Even the freshman Elamine, he's got 12 points. He's 2 rebounds shy of a double-double. Perryman's got those 4 assists. Booth again to the line. Well, Colorado State will have to bounce back from this. They'll have another 10 days to think about this before returning back to Fort Collins for a game against Nevada on December the 30th. Perryman to Elamine, launches again, got it to go. Boy, yeah. If he gets going this season in the Mountain West, watch out for Utah State.
Boy.
He has 15.
I think they got something very, very special in this kid.
And the defensive effort is just relentless. Here's what's coming up for Colorado State. Again, they don't play again until the 30th against Nevada. Then it's Grand Canyon and New Mexico. And again, there's no cupcakes in the Mountain West, you know, all the way through before we get Boise State. So Colorado State's got a tough schedule ahead of them once we get to the month of January.
And I'm going to keep saying it. It's going to be a dogfight for a lot of these teams in the Mountain West Conference. That's how good this conference is.
Templin frustrated with his miss there. Jordy Barnes, the sophomore from Holiday, Utah, checks in as Falslev comes out. Tucker Anderson has come in.
And when I look at the box score, Utah State has 8 players that has the potential to be in double figures. Right now 4, but the next 3 are at 8 points and 9 points. And you look at why they have this much productivity offensively. You don't have a team that has this much productivity when you have so many players in double figures if you're not moving the ball the way they are.
Luke Kearney, the Air Force transfer, comes in. As Templin comes out, Templin with his free throws got to double figures with 10. He became the 5th Aggie to reach double figures. And this is a game you're going to show once maybe in film, and then you're going to throw the tape in a garbage can and set it on fire.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes, you know, if you're Colorado State, but there are some teaching points that you can take from this game moving forward, particularly on the defense end.
Well, maybe you'll keep the tape until the next time you get them, and then you can throw it in the garbage can and set it on fire. It's Perryman. It's King. Kick out to Anderson. 3. And I'll tell you who else is relentless. The student section that showed up despite the fact that they're on break.
They don't want to go home. They're having a blast out there.
Booth.
I think they're going to need more from Booth. You know, just consider his size and his athleticism. You know, just if they want a shot to continue to play with these upper echelon teams in the Mountain West Conference, knowing that they're a player down, Booth's going to have to be the one to step up.
Yeah, the Jorgensen loss is something that we'll have to kind of keep an eye on in this early stretch of the Mountain West Conference season for Colorado State. And left this game early with a knee injury. We are now under a minute to go here in Logan. And the Rams just want to get back to Fort Collins as Perryman in transition with a finish. And Ali Farokhmanesh and the Colorado State coaching staff says if the Grinch came into Logan and stole Colorado State's Christmas. Booth launches and draws the foul. This is what's coming up for Utah State. As you see Jorgensen on the bench, Fresno State will be their next opponent. That'll be on the road. That'll be San Jose State on January 3rd after we ring in the new year. And a big one on January the 10th. It's Boise State. I'm looking forward to that one. Up in a huge Mountain West matchup there. I have a lot to decide in terms of tiebreaker and seeding come later in the year. As Booth goes back to the line here with 34 and 9/10 seconds to go. Booth misses. Ball is loose. And in transition, it's King. He finishes with 24 seconds. And triple digits for Utah State. And Booth with the finish and one. Utah State had a 110-point outing back on November 3rd against Westminster. And they'll just run this one out. And the Utah State Aggies make a statement here at home before the holiday break as they thump the Rams of Colorado State 100-58 and pick up the win in their conference opener. And just utter domination, offensively, defensively, everything. 10-1 record for the 4th straight season. We'll step aside, back to wrap it up here in Logan when we return.